This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
If you're looking for one of the best games in all of Nebraska tonight, you've come to the right place right here on News Channel Nebraska. It's a beautiful fall evening in Norfolk tonight where the Boone Central Cardinals, riding a 14-game win streak, defending state champions in Class C1, they take on 27 games in a row won by Norfolk Catholic, defending state champs in C2. They're both in Class C2 this year, and they are bitter rivals. Kaylin Devin and Lou Siefker tonight on News Channel Nebraska. This one is going to be fun.
Yeah, these games are always slobber knockers. These are physical football teams. Boone Central is a team that loves to play physically. Lost a lot of people, a lot of pieces from last year's state championship team, but both of these programs, they kind of reload. They don't rebuild. And I expect both of these teams to be very competitive in this ball game here tonight.
Yeah, both squads have a winning culture. We've seen that the past few years. Norfolk Catholic has won 2 state titles in a row. They're searching for a third. Meanwhile, Boone Central is searching for a second in a row, something that they've never done before. They play each other a lot. They've played each other 19 times in the last 20 years, 6 times in the playoffs, 3 times in the state title. It's going to be a good one between the Cardinals and the Knights. Coming up next, we'll take a look at our key players for both Boone Central and Norfolk Catholic coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Well, thanks for joining us on News Channel Nebraska tonight as head coach for Boone Central, Mark Hudson, and head coach for Norfolk Catholic, Jeff Bell, are both behind us, giving their teams their pregame speeches before they head out tonight in what should be a really fun one. Cardinals Knights both 1-0. They're riding big win streaks. Let's take a look at our key players for tonight. We'll start with the hometown Norfolk Catholic Knights, led by a lot of really good players. They lost some talent from a year ago, but they're looking for a name that is familiar with the Knights in Timmerman. Nathan Timmerman scored 3 touchdowns a week ago in 3 different ways.
Yeah, he caught one, he threw one, he ran one. We're just start calling him Johnny Rogers, right? I mean, like the 73 Orange Bowl. But yeah, I mean, he did all kinds of things, and you certainly like that sort of production again tonight against a very good Boone Central team. I think Norfolk Catholic has a few more weapons coming back. Nate Timmerman is one of those. He's going to be important in this ballgame.
Now take a look at Boone Central. They lost most of their starters on both sides of the ball. 10 on offense, 9 on defense have graduated, but they had a stifling victory over Cedar Catholic, 14-0. And a part of that big victory was Brogan Benesh, ran for over 200 yards last week.
Yeah, a good defensive performance, but we're going to talk offense. Benesh is a good running back. I like this kid. He's like, I believe 5'11", 220. He's a big kid. He's a strong kid. He's not going to shy away from contact, but he's also fast enough that he gets out in the open field. Look out, it's going to be a problem. He'll be key in this ballgame tonight.
Norfolk Catholic, Boone Central. It's a rivalry on the gridiron tonight on News Channel Nebraska. Stick around, as that's coming up next.
We're here at Faith Regional, where every month you have the opportunity to get a free skin cancer screening. Let's learn more about the process. I'm here with Amy Jorgensen, a physician's assistant with breast care and plastic surgery. Right now we're talking about skin cancer screenings. What should people be on the lookout for in regards to possible skin cancer?
So we always talk about the A, B, C, Ds, and E's of melanoma, but I think that applies to any sort of skin cancers. So A, asymmetry. Look at the borders. If you draw a line through your skin lesion and the sides look different, that's always the A. B is the border, so does it look nice and round or does it look kind of more scalloped? C is color, so if we have skin lesions that are changing colors. D is diameter, so anything bigger than the size of a pencil eraser, I would definitely have checked out. And then the E is evolving, so things that are changing rapidly, things that are easily bleeding, so you're drying off after a shower or you barely itch your skin and it bleeds.
So if you do notice something that you want to get checked out and you come in for a screening, what should you expect?
We offer the screenings here in our office. It is a by appointment screening, so you just call and make an appointment and we'll get you scheduled.
When you look at skin cancer right now, how common is it?
1 in 5 Americans usually will be diagnosed with skin cancer by the time they're 70.
Wow, and you can detect that here through a free screening.
Absolutely.
How special is that you get to offer that here at Faith Regional?
Oh, it's amazing because a lot of times patients are saying it's very hard to get into dermatology. And so they're letting these skin lesions go for 6 months to a year. And they can rapidly change, and especially a melanoma, which is the most serious of skin cancers, being caught early, your treatment can be much different compared to letting it grow for a long amounts of time.
Amy, thanks so much for taking time.
Absolutely.
Aschoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out AschoffConstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
All right, welcome to the pregame show. I'm joined now by head coach of the Boone Central Cardinals, Mark Hudson. Coach, a year ago, undefeated state champs. You're the defending Class C1 champs. You're in C2 now, but a lot of faces gone from that team a year ago. How have the new faces in new places been looking here so far?
Yeah, well, that's the reason from C1 to C2 is a lot of those guys are gone, and we knew smaller enrollment, smaller squad size, so. Obviously, last week we're happy with the performance. We played sound defense, executed on offense like we needed to. Tonight's going to be another challenge.
What you talked about last week, a very impressive win over Central Catholic, 14-0. What were, I guess, overall your takeaways? What did you like about last week's performance, and what do you think needs to get better?
Well, I think just their approach. They not a lot of 1 or 2 guys coming back that played last year, and they really kind of embraced that same mentality of. Taking on any challenge and not being afraid and just fighting for 4 quarters, not looking at the scoreboard, and it worked out for them. They were probably a little bit, under the momentum thing. Hardington moved it a little bit in the first quarter, better than we did, and then we got a score right before half, and that kind of changed things, and then we took advantage of it in the second half. So I really like their mentality and their perseverance. That's probably important for these first 3 weeks. These next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of challenges, so how they perform and persevere is going to be important.
We don't often get a clash of defending state champions. Norfolk Catholic, obviously the Class C2 champs. UC won a year ago. Norfolk Catholic coming off of now 27 wins in a row. Certainly, there's nothing you don't know about Jeff Beller and his squad, right? So what's it going to take tonight for Boone Central to extend their winning streak and end Norfolk Catholic's?
Well, that makes for good media and good press to defending state champs. But like I said, we're an entirely different team than we were last year. I know they have a lot of big parts missing too. And those 2 classes went after each other since 7th grade. So it was fun to watch them get after it. It was kind of not cool that they didn't get to play the last 2 years and kind of settle it on the field. But these are 2 entirely different teams in my opinion. It's still Boone Central, Norfolk Catholic. They're still mid-state rivals. We're still going to get after it. They're going to have a chip. We're going to have a chip. It's just going to be a good football game.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck in tonight's ballgame.
Absolutely. Thanks for the coverage.
Absolutely. That's head coach Mark Hudson of Boone Central. Folks, stick around. More pregame show is coming up next. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Hey, sports fan.
It doesn't get much better than Norfolk Catholic Boone Central, and that's exactly what we've got tonight on News Channel Nebraska. Thanks for joining us, Kalen Devin, alongside Lou Siefker. As you saw from Mark Hudson, he talks about how this is great media, it's great press, and we are absolutely loving it.
Yeah, we're privileged to be here. I know it's a media thing, but as media people, we love these games like this with two defending state champs.
Taking a look at our starting lineups there for Boone Central. Watch out for number 58 there at the top of the order. Defensive end, committed to North Dakota State, all-state player a year ago. He is a very good player to watch. Meanwhile, going to watch for number 7 there on their offense. Brogan Benesh ran for over 200 yards last week. He is a force. Meanwhile, you take a look at Norfolk Catholic on their side defensively. Max Hammond, number 5, he gets everywhere. Watch for him to make some big plays. And on offense for Norfolk Catholic, you look at Callan Marshall, steps up for his first year starting at quarterback, and behind that big offensive line, it's going to be a fun one, and a little squib kick to get things started. The ball is on the ground. Norfolk Catholic able to recover it, and the Knights will take the ball at the 35-yard line to get this game started.
It's an interesting strategy there, just with a squib kick. It almost worked for Boone Central. Nearly came up with a football about the 35-yard line, which is where Norfolk Catholic will start their drive. It's going to be an interesting game. I like Boone Central defensively. You mentioned Thomas Roberts, a fantastic player, that defensive line. You're right, that's a guy to watch. Norfolk Catholic has to know where he's at.
Knights with the football. First carry of the game is to Trevin Suckup, who carries the ball for about 9 yards. Good way to get going right through the middle.
We talked about the game that Nathan Timmerman had, which was fantastic. But there's 3 guys that they use here. Trevin Suckup, as you just saw, Nathan Timmerman, and Gage Yostin all will carry the football tonight for the Knights.
Suckup had 12 carries last week for 40 yards. He is listed as the starter. But you look at Nathan Timmerman, Gage Yostin, Max Hammond. This is a running football team. It's how Jeff Beller's always done it, and it's how he'll do it again.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic always runs to set up the throw.
Looking to throw, Marshall rolls out. Downfield, just a little too far for the intended wide receiver, Braden Boyle.
Yeah, got new faces, a couple juniors at quarterback here. You just saw Callan Marshall that threw that pass for Norfolk Catholic. You'll see when they get Jacob Miller, Callan Marshall is Boone Central's quarterback. Okay, let me get this right here. I got my notes. At any rate, both those quarterbacks are juniors. They're young guys. Who throws the football better will likely dictate this game.
Stiff arm helps the extra juice to pick up the first down for the Knights. It's Suckup again. A gain of nearly 4 yards, and the Knights keep it moving. Yes, both quarterbacks, juniors, both getting their second start of the season.
Right.
You had Boone Central with James Fogelman a year ago, senior quarterback in last year for Norfolk Catholic, Carter Jansen. Here's the handoff to Suckup again. Makes a nice move inside. Suckup, he's getting lots of good yards early in this one. Carries this forward. Makes it down about 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, Knights running right at Boone Central. That's a good sign if you're a Norfolk Catholic fan. A couple runs right at the heart of that defense, right between the tackle and the nose guard, and they pick up big chunks of yards.
Last week for Boone Central, that Cardinal defense stuffed up the Trojans of Cedar Catholic, not able to get a lot going. This pass is incomplete. Was looking to get Hayden Kelly on a crossing route. Looked like it might have been a bit of a miscommunication. Back there in coverage for Boone Central was Caden Miller.
Well, now I have it right. Okay, Callan Marshall is the quarterback for Norfolk Catholic. We figured that out now. And Hayden Kelly's the guy they're going to try to get the football to a lot. A top-notch athlete, a good receiver, and they're going to try to get him the ball in open spaces.
3rd down and 1. Another handoff. Suckup pushes forward for another first down.
Well, I
He
tell you
just
what,
continues to
Catholic,
move.
Sorry there, Caitlin. If you're Norfolk Catholic, you're going to take 9 yards on first down every time, right? That sets up, you've seen a couple throws on 2nd and 1, and they feel like they can get that first down at 3rd and 1 pretty much any time against anybody. So
It's going to be very important for Boone Central to win the first down plays.
4 straight carries for Suckup as the lead back. 2 incompletions thrown by Callan Marshall. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In this rivalry matchup, Suckup flinched just a little bit, and that will be a false start on the Knights.
First penalty, 5-yard variety. So, those penalties, 5 yards. You think, what's the big deal with 5 yards? But Norfolk Catholic was in such a rhythm there. A couple of first downs. And as we just talked about, the 9-yard carries on the first couple of first downs, now you're looking at 1st and 15, so we'll see if they can continue to move the football. But those penalties can get you out of rhythm, which is what Norfolk Catholic appeared to be getting into just a moment ago.
Well, it was one of Jeff Beller's keys to the game is to make a move here. Nice cut to the outside. Hayden Kelly, a big gain for the Knights.
Well, there you go, just what we talked about, Kalen. Get the ball to Hayden Kelly in space. Let him make plays. Watch the move he put on a Boone Central defender. Gets the ball in space and just ran past him there. Boone Central defender a little bit out of position, but Kelly is the kind of guy that can make you miss and get the big gain like you just saw.
It's a 37-yard catch and run for Hayden Kelly off the short pass. The 5-yard penalty not hurting Norfolk Catholic there. Here's the handoff to Suckup. He gets blasted in the backfield. Cardinal defense got in there to make the play.
Yeah, that time the big dogs up front for Boone Central stuffed the Norfolk Catholic running game.
The Knights have a big play just a moment ago with Hayden Kelly. They've got it 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. And then the opportunity for the Knights to strike first in this rivalry matchup, defending state champs in C2, facing defending state champs in C1. Marshall will throw. Fade pattern outside. Too far for the intended receiver. Was looking to get it to Hayden Kelly. Lofted it a little too much.
Well, that time Marshall's pump fake kind of froze the defense, and Kelly got open out there. But it was not a good pass. Ball sailed well past Kelly, but I like the pump fake there, and it did freeze that defense and allowed Kelly to get open.
Now decision time for Jeff Beller. What kind of play do you run here at 3rd and goal from the 6?
Well, one guy to think about here is number 18, the tight end, Braden Burbach. He is 6'7". He's a good guy to throw to. Just throw up and let him go get it.
He's lined up on that left side of your screen. It's a throw. Marshall gets a block, throws it to Boyle. That pass is caught! Braden Boyle over the defender for the touchdown.
Boy, what a great individual play by Boyle. He just went up and got it. It looked like that pass was going to be intercepted. Had a defender there for the Cardinals in pretty good position, and Boyle just went up and stole it from him. What a great play.
Boyle comes off the field, tapping his helmet. You got mossed. Touchdown pass from Callan Marshall. His 3rd touchdown of the season, and the Knights are on top with the PAT. Pending from Max Hammond. The kick is good. Norfolk Catholic drives down the field 65 yards and takes it into the end zone on a 6-yard touchdown pass from Callan Marshall to Braden Boyle. Knights on top 7-0, 8:20 to play, 1st quarter.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the
Norfolk Catholic with a touchdown to open things up on their first drive of the game. Callan Marshall to Braden Boyle, 6 yards for Paydirt. As Hammond boots this away, it is into the end zone for a touchback. Well, thanks for joining us on NCN. Our first quarter today is thanks in part to Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, they are building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day.
Okay, and Boone Central is going to want to do exactly what Norfolk Catholic did. Run the ball well, set up the passing game, and probably some play action involved in that passing game.
Hudson in motion to the far side of the screen. It's Brogan Benesh, had 200 yards last week and starts this game with a 10-yard carry and a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think Benesh has a great chance to have a big game here tonight. Not that Norfolk Catholic's defense isn't good, but I think they're going to highlight him. He's going to get a lot of touches, as we mentioned in the pregame. You saw that quick acceleration. He's a big, strong kid, but he's got some wheels on him as well.
Miller in the shotgun again. It's kept by Jacob Miller. He plows his way forward for a short gain. And you got to watch out for these two. Jacob Miller, they love to run the option. Something that Coach Hudson mentioned was that he'd love to see his improvement as a runner. With Fogelman a year ago, Fogelman was originally a fullback, played his first season at quarterback his senior year, so he knew how to run the football. Meanwhile, Jacob Miller, a little bit different. He's a pocket passer, but something that Hudson really has been trying to key on is his run game.
Well, if you've followed Boone Central like I have through the years, that doesn't surprise you. You have a fullback playing quarterback. They love the physical game.
Fakes the pitch. Miller plows forward for yet another first down. I think he got forward progress, and it will be a first down.
Yeah, nice carry again. Boone Central looking very much like Norfolk Catholic did. They're gouging the defense on the ground. And we'll see at what point that Jacob Miller puts the ball in the air. I think, as I just said a moment ago, I think those are big things with these quarterbacks. Who can make plays through the air probably wins this game. You just saw Norfolk Catholic throw a touchdown pass, and we'll see if Boone Central, at what point Boone Central incorporates the passing game in.
Two running backs in the backfield. Hand off to the deep back. Another good run here. Plunging forward for about 3 yards again is Brogan Benesh. And Benesh, he takes the spotlight this season. Ran for about 300 yards last year with 3 touchdowns, but he was behind Parker Borer, who ran for over 2,000 yards and 25 touchdowns. Big shoes to fill for Benesh, but did a pretty good job there in week 1.
Yeah, he looks the part. 31 carries to go along with those 203 yards. He was kind of a difference maker in that ball game a week ago.
A special player, according to Coach Hudson. He gets the carry again. Benesh tries to make a move back inside, but Norfolk Catholic is all over it. Tackle made right at the 45-yard line. Oliver Daniel makes the play.
Well, anytime you've got a great back you're going against, you do what you just saw Norfolk Catholic do with Benesh, is you get him going sideways. You don't want a guy like that accelerating, getting those shoulders squared and hitting that hole. You get him going sideways, and the other thing you do is you get a lot of hats to the football. And if you can do those two things, you got a chance. If you don't, then Benesh is going to kill you.
Early third down for Boone Central, and something to watch out for is one of their key guys on the receiving end is not playing today. Robertson, who is out due to an injury, caught a touchdown pass last week. Screen play to Benesh, trying to make something happen. Busted through a few tackles, but only gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half from the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals tried to incorporate a screen, kind of a misdirection screen play, but Norfolk Catholic sniffed it out. Get the ball. I like the idea of getting the ball to Benesh in space, but again, Norfolk Catholic does a great job surrounding the football, did not get fooled by the misdirection, and now Boone Central at 4th and 4 near midfield. I think right move here. A lot of football left to be played, and you don't want to give Catholic the short field.
It is Lions to boot this thing deep. It is not a great punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. by Hayden Kelly. So Norfolk Catholic will start with the exact same field position that they did to open up their first drive of the game. They'll have 65 yards to go if they want to tack on another score. 4:44 to play, first quarter.
Yeah, impressive drive the last time they had the football. Seems like I talk about this every week, but I like what Hayden Kelly did there is he came up and caught that football. You don't let that football on a short kick hit the ground if you can help it. Come up, field it, save that field position. Now you've got pretty good field position to start the drive, rather.
Looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. Great jump on the football. Cody Andreessen. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Andreessen had a beat on that one. See this again. He saw this coming. Watch him just jet through here, and oh my goodness, almost took that football away from the Norfolk Catholic receiver.
Trying to get that to Braden Burbach, the big tight end over the middle, 6'7", 215. Under center, a little flinch, and that will be a false start on Owen Snodgrass. He flinched that football. So another penalty for Jeff Beller's team, and that was something that he mentioned from the team a year ago. It was one of Norfolk Catholic's best disciplined teams ever, according to Coach Beller. And this year mentioned how penalties would be key.
Yeah, you're going to play for Coach Beller. You're going to do things right, or you're going to hear about it. The penalty, same sort of penalty on the last drive, did not hurt the Knights. They were able to score, but you just can't do that too many times against Boone Central.
Marshall, quick pass to Kelly, who makes a move. Nice wrap up there by the ankles, but still gets a nice gain. Tackle made by Caden Miller. Brings up 3rd down and 3 from the 42-yard line after a 12-yard gain.
Well, you talked about Norfolk Catholic liking to run the football, and they certainly do like to rush the football and have, make hay on the ground, but they also like to spread it out a little bit, get the ball to your receivers. I think Norfolk Catholic's always best when you've got some balance in there, when they're able to complete passes and become more multi-dimensional.
3 wide receivers now, man in motion is Boyle to the far side of the formation. Fakes the handoff, it's a reverse. This is a first down. Aiden Core with the carry, 4 yards, and Norfolk Catholic moves the chains.
Well, big 3rd down conversion. Another kind of a misdirection play. You bring your wing back around with the football. Core gets the first down, and Norfolk Catholic right now 3 for 3 on 3rd downs in this ball game. It's early, 3:33. That's a lot of threes here in the first quarter yet to be played, but they're executing right now at a high level.
Things moving quickly. Marshall hands it off up the gut. That time, the carry for Suckup. Gain of about 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Well, again, Norfolk Catholic on first down. You take 4 yards on first down. That's a good first down gain. You set up that 2nd down and medium. And throughout the years, we're talking about seeing Boone Central and what they've done. Norfolk Catholic has always been so dangerous on these 2nd down and mediums. They can do so many things well.
Marshall under center. Hands this off again. Nice tackle made by the Cardinals. Suckup gets a few, but Jacob Miller came up to make that tackle.
Now, Thomas Roberts also in on that tackle, the big fella there that's going to be a Bison next season. That used to be, you talk about a guy going to play North Dakota State, you're thinking, well, he's probably okay, but North Dakota State's got a great program. If you're going to play for the Bison, you're a good football player, and that's exactly what Thomas Roberts is.
You're essentially a low-level FBS level player if you're playing at NDSU. That team is very good. Handoff to Max Hammond. Reaches over. This will be close. I don't know if he got there. According to the spot, it might be close. And on the far side,
ooh, that is close.
We will be moving those chains. First down for Norfolk Catholic with a gain of 4.
Well, I think he got that by the nose of the football. They did not measure, but it sure looked close from our vantage point. Norfolk Catholic again, another 3rd down conversion. The Boone Central defense last week against Cedar Catholic did not get scored on. Norfolk Catholic on their 2nd drive, moving the football at will.
one of the big keys we'll have to watch out for Boone Central is can they get Norfolk Catholic off the field on third downs. Trying to scrounge up something on an outside run, doesn't get a whole lot for Nathan Timmerman, his first carry. Maybe gets half a yard.
Yeah, big fellas up front for Boone Central. You've got a couple of seniors there. Roberts, one of them. Cole Lyon, the defensive end. Edwin Naranjo there is a junior, number 17. Will Roberts is a sophomore.
Quick throw to Kelly. They've done this 3 times already. Kelly makes a man miss and cuts upfield close to the sticks. And this will bring up another first down. Gain of 9, and that play continues to work for Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, you always like to have a player like Hayden Kelly, just a guy you can go to in that passing game. Show him, throw him short passes and let him make plays. He's been doing it this first quarter.
Under center again, hands it off to Timmerman, makes a cut outside, back inside Nathan Timmerman. Nice run, dragging defenders across the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
If Nate Timmerman has a game like he did last week, we're going to start calling him Touchdown Timmerman.
Touchdown Timmerman.
That's not, you don't see that very often at any level of football where a guy runs for a touchdown, he catches one, and he throws one.
Well, that was the first thing we talked about was Johnny Rogers, 1973 Orange Bowl.
Against Notre Dame.
MVP that game.
Yeah, it looks like the end of the quarter.
It's been a fun one so far. Norfolk Catholic has been in the driver's seat with an opening drive touchdown. Their second drive continues to move. We'll have 2nd down and 4 for the Knights coming up. Norfolk Catholic 7, Boone Central nothing on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Cameron Krejci, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I chose to work at Elkhorn Valley Bank because it's a local community bank here in Yankton, and that's where I'm from. I feel like they give a lot to the community, whether that's building up the community through lending or giving is why I decided to work here. The most rewarding part of my job at Elkhorn Valley Bank would probably be putting customers in a better situation today than they were yesterday. Elkhorn Valley Bank. Great for you, great for your community.
Quick first quarter, Norfolk Catholic goes quick again. They take the carry to Max Hammond, brings this up across the first down marker, inside the 25, down to the 22, and first down, Knights.
Boy, a methodical drive right now by Norfolk Catholic. They're not getting the big plays, but they're getting nice carries here on just about every down. And I know it's a broken record, but first down has really been in favor of Norfolk Catholic. For the Cardinals to win this ball game, they've got to slow down the Knights on first down.
Marshall again, this is Suckup who brings it forward across the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Call it the 14 and a half. And another good gain. Norfolk Catholic is running the ball at will, and this Cardinal defense doesn't have too many answers.
Yeah, it's a 7-yard carry. I just said it, first down. If you're at 2nd and short and you're Norfolk Catholic, you feel pretty good about where you're at. And if you're the defense, you're in a lot of trouble.
One of the things that Coach Hudson mentioned last week of this Boone Central defense, with 9 new guys on defense, he said he wasn't quite sure how well they would play, but they played well against a strong Cedar Catholic team as Marshall looks to throw outside, corner route, caught, Max Hammond, touchdown, Knights!
Nice pass there. Callan Marshall led him into that corner, that end zone. Max Hammond Just reaches out and makes a nice catch there at the pylon. Great execution. Norfolk Catholic offense is humming right now.
14-yard touchdown pass. Callan Marshall's got 2 of them today. He's got 4 on the year with the reception. Max Hammond, and Norfolk Catholic is a PAT away from going up 14-0 against their arch rival. Snap down, kick is blocked. PAT sent back. Brogan Benesh off the outside denies the extra points. So Norfolk Catholic with a touchdown, leading 13-0 after the blocked PAT, but still a beautiful touchdown pass. Callan Marshall to Max Hammond. Knights 13, Cardinals nothing. 10:48 to play, second quarter on NCN.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Kick things off, Brogan Benesh takes a hop off the kickoff, brings it to about the 21-yard line on the return. So 2 touchdowns on the 2 opening drives for Norfolk Catholic, both through the air for quarterback Callan Marshall. He found Braden Boyle and Max Hammond for a couple scores. And after the blocked PAT, Knights are up 13-0.
Yeah, impressive right now. Norfolk Catholic last week against Bishop Neumann had 227 total yards already, with 130 total yards early here in the second quarter.
Handing this one off to Benesh following his blockers. Doesn't get much. Great play in the backfield again. That is Oliver Daniel, who is sniffing things out defensively. A gain of 1.
Oliver Daniel, the inside linebacker. We talked about that last week, Eric and I, in the Norfolk Columbus game. If you were number 44, it's kind of expected that you're going to be a good linebacker.
That's a linebacker number.
Absolutely it is.
Boone Central really wants to get things going on this drive. Stay in it with Norfolk Catholic on this 27-game win streak. Nothing going here after the quick pass to Brogan Benesh. Takes it to the 25-yard line for a 1-yard gain.
That was a nice play. Aiden Core, the outside linebacker, was being blocked and just shed his blocker and got in there, was the first guy to make that tackle. Just did a great job to fight off the block and make the play.
3rd and 7. Might have to look at Jacob Miller throwing the football here. Fakes the handoff, throws this one, tipped, it is incomplete. Searching for Caden Miller in a sea of defenders. And instead, Boone Central will have to punt it away once again.
Well, you saw in that play, Norfolk Catholic dropped in coverage, had several guys back in coverage, and nobody open. That's the difference right now between these two offenses. Norfolk Catholic's been able to run the ball and do it almost at will, which sets up that passing game. Neither of these teams, I don't think, do well if it's 3rd down and 7 and it's a predictable passing situation.
Dalton Young on the punt for the Cardinals, gets this one away. Back to return for the Knights is Suckup, has a lane on the far sideline across the 45-yard line, makes a move inside the 50, back to the 45, and a great return for the Knights will give some more life to what already is an electric offense for Norfolk Catholic.
That really set them up. Now special teams sets Norfolk Catholic's offense up very nicely inside Boone Central's territory. Watch it's a good catch. Did not quite, maybe outkicked his coverage a little bit, but just A good return, a solid return. Norfolk Catholic in business again, already up 13-0.
Second quarter thanks in part to O Street Carpet, supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Here's Max Hammond with a short reception. Good for a gain of 5 yards on the connection with Callan Marshall.
Callan Marshall dealing right now. That's a first down gain through the air. Norfolk Catholic has run the ball, I think, every time on first down until that play, and they still get 6 yards.
Marshall is 6 of 10 through the air. 8:45 to play in the first half, and what usually is a running team, which they are, but the Knights are doing a great job throwing the football.
Yeah, they're being very multidimensional. That makes them so hard to control.
Timmerman chugs forward for a nice gain of 3. This brings up 3rd down and 1.
Oh, if you're Norfolk Catholic, the way you run the ball, you could almost take a shot here on 3rd down and 1. They've been they're 4 for 4 right now on 3rd downs in this ball game, and you feel like you can get a yard on just about anybody. We'll see if there's a play action situation here, or if they just go ahead and get the first down running the ball.
Handoff right up the gut, blasting through a defender. Gage Yostin picks up the first down. 5 for 5 today on 3rd down.
Yeah, another running back. Well, that's going to be a real positive for Norfolk Catholic down the road this season, having 3 guys that can tote the football. And another first down on 3rd down. 5 for 5 in this ball game. Norfolk Catholic's offense unstoppable right now.
This defense for Boone Central trying to find a way to catch up with the Knights. Suckup in motion. Marshall will throw, pressure throws, and incomplete. Might have been a little early contact, but either way, that pass hits the turf for an incompletion.
Cody Andreessen, he has been sniffing. He's been the one guy that's been able to sniff out some of this Norfolk Catholic defense. That's a bang-bang play, very close. That makes a nice hit. And forces now 2nd down and long. You haven't seen that with Norfolk Catholic in this ball game yet. 2nd down and 10.
Another misdirection. Gets this one to Hammond, and Hammond with a nice carry across the 30-yard line down to the 27. Another gain of 7 for the Knights, and brings up another 3rd down. We've seen plenty of these today for Norfolk Catholic, and we've seen plenty of conversions for the Knights as well. One of the things that Mark Hudson mentioned before the game was just talking about how he knows that points will be scored by Norfolk Catholic. They averaged 44 points a game last year, but you got to hold them to some field goal attempts, hold them to some 4th down attempts, and here's another first down. Cutting through the defense, Trevin Suckup.
Well, the reality right now is you're just going to watch this play right at the heart of the defense. Look at the hole there. Norfolk Catholic offensive line right now dominating this ball game up front. You got Leighton Burbach at the left tackle, Brendan Flood at left guard, Owen Snodgrass the center, Kill Putney at right guard, and Sean Clinch the right tackle. Got to give the big uglies a little bit of love. No, don't worry, Mom and Dad. I think they're all good-looking guys. That's just what we call the offensive linemen.
The big uglies are looking lovely. Here's the handoff inside Suckup. Weaving through, pushed back after another nice gain to the 13-yard line. A gain of 6.
You suppose there's any moms out there that calls their son a big ugly? Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, did your mom say that to you very often?
A lot of people said that to me, but.
You know, in preparation for this game, I had a lot of fun watching Boone Central and Norfolk Catholic. One of the games I found was the state title from 2004, where Boone Central came in undefeated. Norfolk Catholic had 1 loss, and that was to Boone Central. The Knights got a win in the last seconds, and Jeff Beller was talking about how he just loves that game. It was a good one. And they beat the Cardinals 3 times in the state title. Here's a nice play behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a good job. There's Thomas, again, number 58, in on that play. Very difficult guy to block himself.
Make sure to stick around for our halftime highlights today, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Marshall under center. Pump fakes, looking over the middle throw, tipped in, incomplete. That time, Cardinals had some great coverage there. Brings up 4th down. And now for the first time, we might see the field goal unit come on the field.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic is one of those schools that seemingly always has a good place kicker.
Yeah, you had Farley, who's still the leader in points for Class C1, I believe, for amount of points. He's the leading scorer, I think, for Norfolk Catholic all time.
Yeah, and this is going to be Max Hammond. A 30-yard kick here.
From the 20-yard line. Snap down, kick is up. Max Hammond boots it through. And the Knights leave the field with yet 3 more points. They take the lead 16-0 over Boone Central. So it remains a 2-score game, but the Cardinals have a lot of work to do with 5.5 to play in the first half. They got to crack this scoreboard. We'll find out next on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Beautiful sunset at Memorial Field in Norfolk, Nebraska, and a beautiful display of offense so far from the Norfolk Catholic Knights on top of Boone Central 16-0 in a battle of defending state champions. Hammond just knocked in a 30-yard field goal a moment ago. He kicks this one. It is touched by the Cardinals, and Benish will pick it up and try to grab a few yards off the turf, and he does. He carries it across the 25 down to the 28-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals offense will get started.
Okay, Norfolk Catholic has dominated this first half. They've dominated time of possession. You look up, it's 5:25 to go. It's almost halftime. We're going to be home for dinner if this game keeps up this way. They have absolutely controlled the clock. Boone Central has got to get something going offensively if they're going to stay in the game.
Jacob Miller with Benish to his left. Miller keeps it, plunging forward. Might have had a bigger gain if he could keep his feet, but was just trying to get through that initial defensive line, and he does.
Well, Miller did pick up a nice gain, and we've talked about a lot of first downs. Boone Central has been, they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down, and the first one was 3rd and 6, the second was 3rd and 7. So you got to stay out of those long yardage situations. A nice gain, 6-yard gain on first down is just what the doctor ordered.
And this Norfolk Catholic defense is used to very good running backs as Miller makes a man miss, tries to push forward again, but he gets back to the 35 for a short gain of 1. Listen to this. Last week, playing against Bishop Neumann, over 20 carries for Connor Booth for Bishop Neumann, who is a Nebraska football commit at running back, also slated to play baseball, but only averaged about 4.5 yards per carry, which Jeff Beller was very happy with.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great player, and if you're going to hold him to that sort of yard per carry average, you're doing a good job. And you saw one of the reasons why right there, just great ball pursuit again. You saw Burbach come up there and miss the tackle, but you had a couple of guys that came in there and snuffed him out.
3rd and short, and Miller tries to weave his way through. I think he found the crease for a gain of 2, and will move those chains. First down for Boone Central on a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, boy, did they need that one. You've got some time, 3:58 here and counting. You've got all your timeouts left. You've got decent field position. The question is, how wide open can Boone Central's offense become? Because I think it's going to be tough to score quickly against Norfolk Catholic's defense.
And again, with your key receiver, Will Robertson, out this week. not good. He had a couple nice catches last week against Cedar Catholic, but he is out this week as Miller again gets pushed back, but a nice gain of 3. And don't forget to stick around for our halftime show. We'll take a look at some of our first half highlights thanks to Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists you want to do business with, and visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
That last tackle, Caitlin, one of the guys in on that, number 65 defensive tackle from Norfolk Catholic, Sam Johnson. He's 6'1", 295. When did guys start getting that big? 295 when I was in high school would have been a monster.
Miller rolls out, throws. It is caught. Brought in by Cade Hudson over midfield for a first down.
That's a good job by Miller. Get that ball out there and get that first down. Rolling to his left, throwing with his right hand, and delivers a strike that time. And Hudson picks up a much-needed first down. 2:36 and counting, time ticking away, but you do, like I said a moment ago, you have 3 timeouts to work with.
It's the first time that Boone Central has had a throw over 1 yard. 12 yards for the first down for the Cardinals. Miller snaps. We'll take it. It's a quarterback draw. Has some space on the near sideline. Jacob Miller trying to outrun the defense. Little stiff arm across the 40-yard line. Put it right in the face mask of Hayden Kelly. Brings it down to the 39.
Yeah, just a designed run there. Norfolk Catholic, I think, will be expecting that a little bit more because Miller's a good runner. Takes that ball right up the middle and nearly gets outside there. Puts the stiff arm as you talked about. So an 8-yard gain. And boy, Boone Central would love to have a score here right before halftime.
No 2-minute timeout in high school football. Miller taking a shot deep. Miscommunication. Had a post route going over the middle from Cody Andreessen. This one thrown to his offside shoulder, backside, and it's incomplete, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, just missed him there. Had a chance. If you put that ball on the money, you had a chance to score. And I like the chance taken there by Coach Hudson, and still a 3rd down and short. Much like Norfolk Catholic, I think Boone Central feels like 3rd and short is their territory. So you can take a chance and try to get a play downfield in that situation.
Brogan Benish, Jude Spann also in there on the left side of the formation. Hand off to Benish. Spann out there blocking. Great tackle made in the backfield. It's Aiden Core who makes the TFL. 4th down and 3.
Yeah, he also got a tackle for a loss there. That was a joke, by the way, Caitlin. Yeah, great play. Get in the backfield. Aiden Core, the outside linebacker. He's played well in this ball game, and that's a big play. 4th down now. I think if you're Boone Central, you got to go for it here, don't you? I mean, you don't want to give Norfolk Catholic good field position, but I think you really need something positive here before halftime. Big call here with a minute now to go in this half.
Wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout. I believe both teams still have all 3. Going to snap it instead. Miller looking, pressured, throwing this one deep. He's got a man, incomplete. Trevin Suckup in coverage, knocks it away from Jaden Hogman. And Norfolk Catholic will take it over on downs.
Yeah, Hagman and then Suckup there battling. The ball just kind of hung up there, so it became a jump ball. Hagman had a chance. Suckup knocks it away. Good coverage. That's a chance you took, and Coach Hudson takes it. It does not pay off. Yeah, 49.6 to go. Norfolk Catholic at the 39-yard line, and much like Boone Central a moment ago, you've got all your timeouts to work with. So you've got a chance here to be aggressive offensively.
It was worth a shot for Boone Central. They'll get the ball back to start the second half. But now Marshall looking to throw. Screen out to the near side to Suckup. Makes a cut inside. Trevin Suckup still going. Brought down at the tackle made by Dalton Young at the ankles. Picks up a first down from the 39 over to the 46 of Boone Central. Gain of 15. And a timeout called by Beller and the Knights.
Yeah, I thought it looked like that Suckup might be breaking that one. That's a good job to stay with that by Young from the middle linebacker spot, chased him down and made the play. Now Norfolk Catholic got a nice gain out of that. It could have been bigger if it wasn't for Young making that play. Now you've got the ball at the 46-yard line. We've seen that they like their field goal opportunities. If you can get the ball down around the 25-yard line, you certainly could have a chance at a field goal.
Going to say, if anything, give Max Hammond a shot.
Yeah, why not? And then I think Coach Beller is thinking, maybe even something a little bit more. But you still, that's your first of 3 timeouts. So you still have a lot of your offense. You can call a run play here if you want to with those 2 timeouts.
Well, it's also a big opportunity for Boone Central. Norfolk Catholic is going to throw this football. So your defensive backs have to be aware, jump some routes, and you could make a big swing at this game with an interception.
Might see a run.
Marshall will hand this off on the draw to Suckup, cuts it outside, makes a nice carry, and continues to go. Flag is thrown. Trevin Suckup across the 21. But a flag is thrown, and this is almost surely going to be a hold.
I think it's a block in the back by Hammond. It happened right in front of, right where Hammond was, number 5, and he acted disgusted after that flag threw. I think you're going to have a block in the back here. No, you're right, it is a hold.
It's a hold. It would have been a 25-yard run, catch and run, or it would have been a draw run from Trevin Suckup, 25 yards. Instead, it's first and 10 from the 43.
Yeah, it's still a nice gain. You can see number 5 right there. I don't think that was a hold, but
Knights moving quickly, thrown over the middle. It is caught. Another nice catch. Nathan Timmerman gets in on the action. And it's another first down for the Knights. Gain of 14 yards.
Norfolk Catholic can throw it, they can run it.
Looking to throw again. Hayden Kelly met right at the 25. Tackle made by Benish.
Well, now I think you're knocking on the door of the field goal opportunity. It's a good catch by Kelly because Benish, you knew Benish is coming. You could hear the footsteps, but Kelly was able to hold on to that football despite getting hit by the All-State candidate Benish.
What a game we've seen so far on NCN. 16.5 seconds to play, a 16-0 lead for Norfolk Catholic. My name is Kalen Devin, joined by Lou Siefker here in the booth in Norfolk tonight at Norfolk Memorial Field. And now it's a little bit of a decision time for the Knights. Do you try to run something here, set it up, put it on whatever side of the field you want for Max Hammond to try to kick this thing through, or maybe take a shot at the end zone? You probably have a couple plays.
Yeah, you still have a timeout to work with. And you might, I think what you might do here is try a pass play, maybe into the end zone. And then if you don't get it, you can run a run play toward the middle of the field and set up more direct field goal opportunity since you have that timeout to work with.
This offense has been stellar so far tonight. Marshall under center. Gives it to Timmerman, who carries it forward for a yard. That clock is running. Waiting for Beller to call that timeout, and then he calls it with 6.7 to play in the first half.
I like the fact that you're setting up, you're giving, you have some confidence to your field goal kicker. You feel like you can make this kick. You're certainly, I think, within reasonable range. From here, it'd be about 41 yards. So it's not an easy kick, and you've got a little bit of a breeze coming at you. Not bad.
Well, this would extend the lead if it is indeed Max Hammond coming out to boot this through. Would extend it to 19-0 if you can make it.
Yeah,
if you're Boone Central, you are desperately wanting a miss. That would keep it a 2-score game with 2 touchdowns and a pair of 2-point conversions.
Yeah, I think you feel like you're in the game either way, but you're right. There's a psychological thing to that where it's a 2-score game. And it does look like Hammond is going to About a 41-yard field goal attempt. Now the flag, which was blowing a moment ago a little bit, is laying pretty limp, so not a lot of breeze.
Hammond, it's a 41-yarder from the left hash. Snap is down. Hold is good. Kick is up. It is no good. Doinks off the crossbar. And Norfolk Catholic walks away with a great field goal attempt from Hammond. Unable to boot it through.
Kalen, that would have been good from 40. This was 41. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Wow. So close.
He was aiming for the crossbar, right?
That was a good kick.
It was great. 16-0. Norfolk Catholic unable to tack on 3 more, but the Knights still lead by 2 touchdowns, 16-zip over Boone Central. We'll come up with our halftime show. Thanks to our friends at Insurance 365 and Visit Kearney. It's coming up next on NCN.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Halftime Show is brought to you by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans, and by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together. And together, we go further.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Albion Thriftway. Shop local today at Albion Thriftway. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill. Nothing but good times at the Jay and Albion. And by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Home health care is a variety of services that are offered in a patient's home, wherever that patient defines their home, whether it be a nursing facility, assisted living, memory care, adult daycare, group home, and it's skilled services that are provided, which can be by a nurse, a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, a social worker, or a certified nurse's aide.
Yes, I would recommend Faith Home Health Care, simply because
They make it easy for you to stay in your home. And they come with the supplies. You don't have to come up with anything. They bring everything with them. And they're friendly and kind and clean up after themselves. They don't ever leave a mess.
Anybody can qualify for home health, from a newborn all the way up to people greater than 100 years old.
My name is Harriet, and I really enjoy the services that Home Health Care has given me.
At the break, Norfolk Catholic on top of rival Boone Central 16-0. Let's take a quick look at our school spotlight with both of these teams. Rivals right up the road in Albion, Boone Central. They are combined with Petersburg. You got almost 1,700 in Albion, 332 in Petersburg. They're in Boone County. It's the county seat, and they are the Cardinals. Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic, the Knights here in Madison County. Norfolk is nearly 25,000 people here in the town, and then they are the Knights. Gotta love it. Caitlin Devin, Lou Seeker joining you this evening on News Channel Nebraska. I want to say a big thanks to our friends at Visit Kearney because they've got this really, really cool thing coming up. The Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney. They plan to open up in the spring of 2025, and one of the things that Lou and I love to do is play some basketball. Now, Lou isn't very good, so I let him win.
Yeah.
And this is true, but Lou, you beat me the past few times.
Well, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but yeah, I do smoke you a few times.
This guy hustles me, I swear. In games of horse, watch out for that right-handed hook shot. Well, we're going to be watching a lot of that at the gym in Kearney at the Kearney Sportsplex, 59,000 square foot plus a little bit over that. Hardwood gymnasium. They'll have 3,000 spectator bleachers plus 8 regulation high school basketball courts or up to 12 volleyball courts. And if you're into some wrestling, they got 20-plus wrestling mats that you can squeeze in there. So great for tournaments.
But what about pickleball?
Oh, they got pickleball too. 4 pickleball courts with spectator seating. I'll beat you at that.
Yeah.
It's an old man game, but I got you. There's no way. The next time we play basketball, we're going to Kearney, and I'm putting up 100 points on you, Wilt Chamberlain style. I'm holding that piece of paper with 100 on it.
I hope they have collapsible rims because I'm going to dunk on you.
If you jump more than 6 inches off the ground, I'll be impressed.
Well, in high school, my vertical leap was right around 9 or 10.
Sportsplex is located on Eunice Drive, putting it conveniently near hotels, restaurants, and the new Visit Kearney Center. So make sure you go check it out. 16-0. Norfolk Catholic on top of Boone Central. We'll take a look at our halftime highlights here in just a moment. So stick around for that because we'll have those here. And I think you're going to see a little bit of everything from the Knights. It all starts here. Hayden Kelly. Wow, look at the shiftiness on the catch and run for a quick wide receiver screen. Carries that forward for a nice gain of 39 yards. And a touchdown catch from Boyle. Leaps over the defender. And Dreesen to make the catch. Now Norfolk Catholic after the 7-0 lead. Little end around. Aiden Core gets the first down and a big play there. Now Norfolk Catholic again. Callan Marshall, third-year quarterback, throws. Corner, it is caught. Touchdown, Max Hammond. Marshall in his second career start. He's got 2 touchdowns today. PAT was blocked there. He's got 2 touchdowns today, 4 touchdowns on the season. It's really Callan Marshall's game so far.
Well, certainly, if you're Norfolk Catholic, you're pretty excited the fact that he's thrown 4 touchdown passes now in 2 games. That just gives you a great start there. And there's the field goal that was good. Watch this one. From 41, it goes about 40 and a half right off that crossbar. So close.
Would have put the Knights up 19-0, but they stay at 16-0. It's still a 2-score game for Norfolk Catholic, and I think the most important part for Mark Hudson and the Boone Central Cardinals is they get the football to start the second quarter. Start the third quarter. So this is really where you got to script things out well. How can you drive on this Knights defense that has been so good today?
Well, I think that's the key is, what can you do offensively? You've got to figure something out because you've struggled to move the ball against Norfolk Catholic. I think you're going to have some passing success from Jacob Miller to kind of open up that running game a little bit, back that Norfolk Catholic defense off. Norfolk Catholic's been coming up and really plugging the holes against the run. You got to try to back them up a little bit, and if you can do that if you hit it like a big play in the passing game and at least become a threat there. If you're pretty one-dimensional, I think you're going to have a hard time. That's one of the things I talked about there when they had the ball late in the half is I think they're capable of putting together a drive. I don't know how explosive they're going to be against Norfolk Catholic. So, you're down 2 scores, but I think this first drive is important for momentum and just for confidence. If you come away without points and then Norfolk Catholic scores, you kind of feel like you got a big mountain to climb, being that you've not been terribly consistent offensively in the first half.
Callan Marshall, 9 of 15 for Norfolk Catholic, throwing the ball. He had 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. Catches made by Braden Boyle from 6 yards out and Max Hammond from 14 yards out. 63 yards in the air for Hayden Kelly with 5 catches. On the ground for the Knights, Trevin Suckup with 60 yards on 12 carries. Timmerman has 11 yards on 4 carries, and Max Hammond 3 carries for 17 yards. For Boone Central, Jacob Miller, 3 for 5 through the air for just 14 yards. He tacks on 31 yards on the ground, while Benesh, who had 200 yards on the ground a week ago, 15 on this Thursday night. He's got to get something going.
Yeah, he's their bread and butter. And he's a fantastic back, but again, Norfolk Catholic's good enough defensively that if your game is just one thing, they can shut it down. You've got to be able to do other things to set that up. If you can throw the football enough to, as I said a moment ago, to kind of back that defense up and make them respect that passing game, then Benish has a lot more opportunity to run the football. And you don't have as many hats around you. And Benish is a guy that can really change a game. So I think this first drive in this third quarter with Boone Central getting the football will kind of tell the tale of how this rest of this game is going to go.
Knights lead at 16-0 over the Boone Central Cardinals. It's Boone Central football when we start the third quarter on News Channel Nebraska. Stick around because we're getting back to the action coming up next.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. You Say Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks that you are considering apart from each other? At Boone County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is our flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, and agriculture needs to make your dreams a reality. Our lenders have both the practical experience and product knowledge to ensure your solution is a perfect match for your needs. Boone County Bank, here to help you grow.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself. And within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything. And I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
Slight breeze with the wind on the north side of Memorial Field in Norfolk, Nebraska, where the Norfolk Catholic Knights are ahead of Boone Central 16-0 in a rivalry matchup of defending state champions. Norfolk Catholic was in Class C2 a year ago. They've won both state titles in back-to-back years. Meanwhile, Boone Central won it last year in C1. They moved down to C2, and something that Mark Hudson actually said was, this might be more difficult in C2 than in C1.
Yeah, that's interesting because Norfolk Catholic, if you remember, when they dropped from C1 to C2, they were state champs, and everybody thought they were just going to run roughshod over C2. That didn't happen. So it's not always easy just because you go down in a class, and many times it's like Coach Hudson said, it's more difficult. And certainly with a young football team like Boone Central has, this could be a coming-of-age half. If they're able to come back and make a game and maybe win this thing, they certainly could. You mentioned Norfolk Catholic, 27 in a row, two-time state champs. The last time they lost a regular season game was August 26th, 2021. That's been a while ago. Over
I remember that
ago.
day.
Yeah, and
that was
you and I were here.
First ever News Channel Nebraska broadcast for me.
All right, yeah, well, it's one to remember. And who beat Norfolk Catholic?
Boone Central.
Boone Central, the
Parker
Cardinals.
Borer, man, he had a great day.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore, Parker Borer that year.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Hudson about that game, and he said that was a special group, and that was their sophomore year when they really started to realize how good they were.
They just never got past that moment. They lost in the first round to, I believe it was Aquinas Catholic, and then they lost to Aurora the next year in the second or third round, and then finally got things done in the championship against Wahoo last year, 12-0. Here's the boot from Hammond. This goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we see this Boone Central offense retake the field. It has not been easy going for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you've got to be, you just got to be crisp here. You've got to make plays. And I think, like I said before, I think you're going to have to get some offensive production in the passing game from Jacob Miller. He's an excellent runner and has ran the ball well in the first half. But I think if you're going to come back and beat Norfolk Catholic, you've got to be able to make some plays through the air.
Miller looking to the sideline as Brogan Benish comes in to relay the play. 4 wide receivers for Boone Central. It's a keeper for Miller, and Miller has some space on the near side. He gets popped on his way down. Big collision, but everyone's up okay.
Well, I like the fact that they help each other up. Tyson Reisinger there made that hit on Miller, and Reisinger's a big dude at about 240 pounds, but Jacob Miller, a tough runner at that quarterback spot.
9-yard gain for Miller. He's up to 40 yards on the day. Handoff right up the gut for a first down. Good start for Boone Central, getting an early first down with Brogan Benish, plunging through for a gain of 3.
Yeah, if you're going to run the football, Norfolk Catholic showed you how to do it in that first half. Get good gains on first down. Set yourself up for those second and medium, second and short situations. Boone Central there with that scramble from Miller picks up a nice gain. They get it on second down. In that first half, Norfolk Catholic was 6 of 7 on third down. Very, very good. Boone Central only 1 of 4 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down. So for Boone Central, you've got to have some good gains here, I think, on first down to set up your offense.
4 wide receivers again, and it's Benish. Just about 3 yards on this first down carry. Slow going so far for Brogan Benish. Well, Mark Hudson is in his 10th year coaching at Boone Central, but he's been coaching for a total of 22 years, started at Ravenna in 2002. Was looking for a little something bigger, so he takes over for Arnie Johnson.
Yeah.
And, what a job for him taking over for a legend like Coach Johnson.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow Arnie Johnson, but he has done it seamlessly and now obviously won a state championship for the Boone Central Cardinals.
Here's the handoff to Benish on the far sideline, diving forward across to the 35, down to the 37. Brings up third down and medium.
One thing about both of these teams and the coaches, obviously everybody knows how good Coach Beller is. 407 wins. That's ridiculous coming in here, and I don't know, about 100 state championships. He's just won a bunch of them. But, obviously Coach Hudson gets a state championship last year. But the thing about both these coaches, forget about their wins and losses. These are good dudes. These are just guys that are easy to cheer for. They know how to coach football. Players like to play for them. As a broadcaster, they're just kind of fun to talk to.
Looking to throw over the middle. That is through the hands of Jude Spann and incomplete. It was almost intercepted on the diving play by Aiden Core. Would have been a first down, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, ball certainly could have been caught a little bit behind him there. He had a chance to catch the football, but Spann just, again, the ball thrown a little behind him. That's a tough catch, but boy, if you're Boone Central, those plays are the plays you have to have if you're going to come back and win this game.
Young at the 25-yard line, waiting to punt. Gets the snap in. A nice high kick. Spiraling down, taken by Hayden Kelly. Fair catch made at the 26-yard line, and Norfolk Catholic will begin their drive, the first drive of the third quarter, right there. You mentioned both great coaches, Jeff Beller and Mark Hudson. They both played football in college, and they were actually rivals, because you had Hudson play at UNK. His son, Hank, is there now.
Yeah.
And, of course, Jeff Beller played at Wayne State.
There you go.
Rivals on the gridiron, obviously played at different years. Looking to throw here on the out route. Nice play. Max Hammond makes the catch. and is fighting off defenders. It's a gain of 10 yards, and looks like it will move the sticks.
Another good first down play there. Norfolk Catholic through the air picks up the first down on first down. I think the thing I like most about Coach Beller is that he and I can talk about the same things. we're both getting up there in age a little bit, but that's okay. He's just a class act, Coach Beller. You'd never know that he's the winningest coach in Nebraska football history.
Here's a nice gap on the near side, cutting through the speed from Suckup. Suckup might have a touchdown, and he does.
Wow.
Trevin Suckup, 64 yards, bursting down the sideline for the score.
Well, I think you see right there why Suckup is the starter. Got a good block here right at the point of attack, and then an excellent move there. Just put a move on the defender and then shows his speed down the sidelines. Great effort there by Hageman to try to make the play before he gets in the end zone, but Suckup takes it to the house, 64 yards.
And Norfolk Catholic with 22 points on the board. Max Hammond down to knock through the PAT. And it's all Knights with 8:45 to play in the third quarter. 23-0 Norfolk Catholic over Boone Central.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
The Knights student section's got to be pretty pleased with what they're seeing from Norfolk Catholic right now. A 64-yard touchdown run from Trevin Suckup, and the Knights lead the Cardinals 23-0. Trevin Suckup now 124 yards on the day. He had over half of his total yardage on that one run.
Yeah, he's having a nice night, and again, you see why he's the first guy out there. Three really good backs for this team. Suckup showed that extra bit of burst of speed.
Benish trying to find a crease on the far sideline. He does. Then he's brought down right across the 30. Nice tackle made by the Knights, not allowing Boone Central to get much more. Tackle made by Blake Flood. Nice little cheer from the crowd.
Yeah.
Blake Flood, a freshman. Obviously the son of Senator Mike Flood.
I've heard of that guy.
Our third quarter today is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. First down for the Cardinals. Got a lot of work to do. Running for his life, Miller steps, throws over the middle, caught. Nice reception made by Jaden Hogman.
Well, I like them rolling Jacob Miller out there and make the defense kind of extend that play a little bit, allow your receivers to get open. Eggman got open, and Miller threw a strike, and that's a nice play to start this drive. Yeah, I think it's imperative now for Boone Central. You've got to put points on the board on this drive to have any chance, really, I think, to come back and make a game of this against the Knights.
Gain of 14 yards. The offensive development is one of the keys to this Boone Central team. How will they develop as this season progresses? Benish on the far sideline trying to outrace the blockers that he has out in front. Gets close to the 50. Might be out just in front of it. It's a gain of 2.
Boone Central is in, obviously, Class C2, District 4. In that district, you've got Grand Island Central Catholic, Cross County, St. Paul, Centura, and Ord. Ord is a pretty good football team. They end the season, the regular season, against Ord this year. That could be a big game later on.
And Cross County moved up from 8-man to 11-man this year. Last year, Cross County was 10-1 before falling in the playoffs. And Boone Central will take on Cross County in just a few weeks.
And for Norfolk Catholic District 3, you got it's kind of a rough road to hoe in District 3. You got Norfolk Catholic, Battle Creek, Oakland Craig, Cedar Catholic, West Point Beamer, and Ponca.
We're hearing a lot of really good things from Oakland Craig this year. Along with Battle Creek, they bring back nearly everybody. This pass is caught over the middle by Cade Hudson. Made an incredible play on the football and keeps the chains moving for Boone Central.
Yeah, excellent job by Hudson to keep a hold of that football. Hang on to that and make a play. And watch Miller just kind of put it out there. That's exactly what you want to do. Allow your receiver to run into that football. And a big first down now. The Cardinals keep the drive alive.
12-yard reception from Miller to Hudson. 1st and 10. 36-yard line. Benesh to the outside. Cuts back inside. Stays on his feet. Benesh down. Just short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 9.
Boy, he is tough.
And they're going to keep on giving it to Brogan Benesh.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, Benesh he is just a producer out there, as we mentioned, over 200 yards a week ago. Now, that's, again, I'm a broken record, I realize. First down, 9 yards on first down. That sets Boone Central's offense up.
2nd down and 1. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Miller looking to throw. Pump fakes, and he's brought down. Aiden Core drills him and sends him back for a loss of 7.
My goodness, where did Aiden Core come from? Just came out of nowhere and made that play. Great pressure. And boy, does that change things. Now instead of 3rd and short, 3rd and 9, watch Core come in there on a blitz and just hammers Miller for the loss. Now you're looking, you converted a 3rd down a moment ago, 3rd down and 8, but Boone Central is only 2 of 7 on 3rd down tonight, and that 3rd and 8 that they converted a moment ago is the only one over 2 yards that they've converted.
And it was a delayed blitz from Core there as well. 3rd down and 9 now after the play. Miller looking to throw. Miscommunication. It's intercepted. Here comes Trevin Suckup. Nice move inside to the 40-yard line. Suckup still on his feet. Brought down by Benesh across the 45.
Yeah, ball just overthrown. Suckup playing his spot out there, makes that catch. And not only does he secure the interception, you got Miller rolling out, which I like. But that's a tough throw across your body that deep. And then Suckup gets the interception and makes a nice return out near midfield. So that's a backbreaker. That's a big one for Norfolk Catholic. Already up 23-0. A chance now maybe to deliver the kill shot on this drive.
Handoff right up the middle to Nathan Timmerman. Gets it to the 46-yard line of the Cardinals.
Another 7 yards on first down. I think Boone Central's got a chance to have a nice year despite being very young. Certainly a lot of quality athletes, but sometimes you just have a lot of youth. You lost a whole bunch of guys from a great team a year ago. And Norfolk Catholic obviously has not missed much of a beat at all.
Timmerman breaks a tackle, then met right in the gap by Jude Spann. Might be just short of the line. No, it will be a first down.
If you're Norfolk Catholic now, you can just kind of take your time. You don't have to rush anything. Clock is in your favor. You're ticking down toward the end of the 3rd quarter with a 23-0 lead. I think that the only thing that for Norfolk Catholic you've got to guard against, and I think Boone Central is going to try here at some point, is strip the football. Try to get a turnover and give your offense the football back. If Norfolk Catholic takes care of the football, it's going to be very difficult to beat them at this point.
Cardinals did have a fumble recovery last week. Their ball is out.
There you go. And that wasn't a strip. That was just a hard hit.
And Boone Central's got it.
Let's see if we can see
Speak of the devil.
Made that hit. Yeah, right on cue. That is
hit made by Darren Dozler.
Nice job, Dozler.
Sophomore. linebacker in there and forces the fumble, which gives Boone Central a bit of new life.
You call him the bulldozer out there, do you?
Well, maybe now they will.
Yeah, that's a big-time hit. That's exactly what the Cardinals needed. Now you've got to get something offensively. That's just been a struggle. Norfolk Catholic, a very good defensive team. Boone Central's got to avoid their turnovers themselves. Here had an interception the last possession.
Miller throws wide open on the out route. That throw incomplete. Had a man on an island searching to get it to Cade Hudson. And those are some throws that you just have to put right on the numbers.
Yeah, this one sailed on him a little bit. It's a little easier rolling to your right, throwing right. But that one just a little bit high.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. It's Miller on the carry. Brought down and then tackled a little awkwardly, but there's Burbach to help make the play. Oliver Daniel also in there, and he is a force. Had 10 tackles a week ago, this junior for Norfolk Catholic, and he's really that leader in the linebacker room. Got a good core of backers: Max Hammond, Gage Yosten, Aiden Core, and Oliver Daniel for Norfolk Catholic. And 2 of them are juniors, 2 of them are seniors, so you'll bring back some leadership next year.
Yeah, all of them have made plays in this ballgame.
Quick throw, pressure gets there. Miller goes down, not even a chance. Brendan Flood gets in there to make the play.
Well, he dialed up the pressure this time, bringing a couple extra guys there on that blitz package and get to Miller before he has a chance to even set up. Now 4th and 14, your own territory. Just a little too risky, I think, now. That'd be desperation if you went for it here. Right move is to kick the ball away and hope your defense makes another big play.
Young to punt. Another nice boot.
Returnable.
And it is returnable. Young, Suck up on the return. Across the 45. And down to the 48-yard line. So Norfolk Catholic, they turned it over their last time out, but the defense comes through again, still holding a 23-0 lead.
Yeah, well-timed pressure on that 3rd down play. Boone Central again struggling on 3rd down, 2 for 8 in this ball game. Now I would suspect you're probably going to see a lot of running plays here. This is where Norfolk Catholic puts you away most of the time. They get you down, and then they start running the football and run that clock out on you. Here's a sprint out pass.
Looking to throw incomplete. Just short in front of Hayden Kelly. Well, and if you're Norfolk Catholic, you've got 4 or 5 guys who can carry the football.
Yeah.
Trevin Suck up there, obviously him. Nathan Timmerman, Gage Yosten, Max Hammond, Aiden Core. Those are all guys who have toted the football today. And it's kind of just pick whoever you want.
Yeah, you see that a lot with the great Norfolk Catholic teams. They spread the football around. It's usually not one guy. I mean, we've seen them have guys that are going to carry the ball late in the ball game, but they usually spread it around.
Here's Suck up. He jukes his way forward for a gain of 3 yards, brings up 3rd and 7. Another opportunity for this Cardinal defense to get off the field.
First 3rd down in the second half for Norfolk Catholic. They were outstanding in that first half on 3rd down, 6 of 7. And it'd be a big one right here for Norfolk Catholic. You just extend this drive and keep that clock running.
Kelly's the wide receiver on the near side. Look in that direction. Instead, it's an out of the backfield. Nathan Timmerman cuts his way inside for a 1st down and more. Slips a tackle. Nathan Timmerman, touchdown. Norfolk Catholic, 49 yards. The Knights are pouring it on tonight.
Wow. Well, what can you say about Nate Timmerman? I'm sorry, touchdown Timmerman. That's a good strike. I mean, it's a short pass, but it's placed well. And so that Timmerman can catch it, turn, and run. He doesn't have to extend himself and get off balance to catch it. It's right on the money. And then Timmerman does what Timmerman does. He finds the end zone.
Max Hammond with the PAT. It is good across that far upright, and Norfolk Catholic leads their rival 30-0 and are looking good to extend that win streak to 28. Still 1:27 to play in the third quarter. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items?
Look at that fingernail in the sky.
Well, you know who the MVPs are of this broadcast. It's not me and you. It's the crew. Look at these shots that these guys get, man. They're outstanding.
You know, they love hearing that. And we do love our crew here at News Channel Nebraska. Great job, guys, in the truck as this kick goes through the end zone. And Norfolk Catholic leads it 30-0 over Boone Central. 1:27 to play in the third quarter. Kalen Debin, Lou Siefker tonight. It's looking like win number 408 for Jeff Beller, but we've still got plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, plus 1:27 in the third, but it will have to really require some magic from the Cardinals.
Yeah, that last touchdown really kind of felt like the kill shot. For Boone Central, I think you're playing now for the rest of the season. I mean, it's going to be it'd be a miracle rather to come back and win this game now. But you want to get something going and you have some things to feel good about as you go into next week. And I think one thing you want to do certainly is try to put some points on the board.
Cale Putney with the tackle of Jacob Miller for a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, it's just difficult for really any program, and certainly Boone Central, what a team they had last year. They beat Wahoo in the championship game. I like Wahoo. I think they have a chance to win a state championship in C1 this year.
And hey, you know what they'll say hearing that? They'll say, Wahoo, we're picked to win it.
I think they will. Actually, if they heard I picked them, they're going to be mad because I'm usually wrong. But it's a nice gain there for Boone Central. But you start this year, you have one starter back on offense and 2 on defense. That's just tough. You just can't replicate experience. And I'm sure this program, when you got a guy like Mark Hudson leading this program, there's good days ahead. This is a tough one tonight, but this team will get better and better as the weeks go on.
Well, Mark Hudson has gotten this Boone Central squad to the playoffs the last 3 years, obviously champions a year ago. Here's another pass to the outside that is hauled in. Ball comes out. It stays with the Cardinals. Hageman with the catch.
So they're calling that a catch and a fumble, I believe. Recovered by Boone Central, so the chains move. This is likely going to be the last play if they get this one off. Watch this Hageman there. Boy, it looked like he was down.
That's what I kind of thought too. Either way, it's a first down. Gain of 10 yards.
I think we're going to go to the fourth quarter.
And hold up your fingers. Fourth quarter coming your way on News Channel Nebraska. A lot of work to do. It's miracle hour for Boone Central. They trail Norfolk Catholic 30-0. Cardinals with the football at the 42-yard line for the fourth quarter when we come back.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
When we met with Angela, it was pretty simple. She showed us a number of plans that would be available and asked to look at our list of prescriptions to try to find the best possible supplement.
She's been very thorough and very thoughtful about keeping in touch with us.
I would certainly recommend Angela for any of your supplemental insurance needs. She's not there to sell you a product. She's there to make certain that the product that she finds for you is best suited for what you need.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Albion Thriftway. Shop local today at Albion Thriftway. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill. Nothing but good times at the Jay in Albion. And by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further.
Looking to throw. Miller outside, caught by Span. Nice gain of 5 yards. We're calling the gain of 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6.
A pretty good gain there on first down. For Boone Central again, you want to put together a drive here, get some points on the board. Very, very young offensive unit. Just kind of trying to find their way. And they've run into a buzzsaw here with the Norfolk Catholic Knights defense.
Well, officials timeout here. Our fourth quarter today is thanks in part to Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Well, hey, I'm excited to visit Lincoln again on Saturday when the Huskers take on the Colorado Buffalo. Looking for a big win for Matt Rule and game number 2 there.
Well, I don't want the Sanders folks, Dion and Shador to, take this the wrong way, but Nebraska's going to win. I'm not disrespecting Shador.
Hey, they're going to clip this and use this for motivation.
Yeah, I'll be the reason Nebraska gets beat, right?
And the flag is thrown. Lofted from the far side official. And it is a false start on the Cardinals. Back them up 5 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 11 after the penalty.
When you talk about some of the great teams that these programs have had, I go back to I don't remember exactly the year, but the team with Wyatt Mazur, that was a really good team.
2010.
Was that 10?
Yeah, I think he was on the Huskers in 2014.
Yep.
And he was a do-it-all player everywhere.
He was one of the best high school players I've ever seen.
Pitch out here on nice little move, cutting forward for Boone Central. That carry made by Darren Dozler. He had the fumble, the forced fumble a little bit ago.
He'll get him, Bulldozler.
Bulldozler picks up 9 yards.
That's a good gain. Now 3rd down, this is where they have not done it tonight. They have not been successful on 3rd down. Got to get this one.
3rd down and 2. Dozler blasted in the backfield, tries to reach forward, maybe got a yard, but he will be short of that 1st down marker.
Yeah, you're right. It got about a yard. It looked like he wasn't going to get anything. Dozler does a good job, though, just to keep moving forward despite getting hit.
Heck of a tackle made. Miles Ramaker.
Lost my roster here.
4th down and 1.
There we go.
Going to continue this offensive development for Boone Central. 4th and 1. Quarterback keeper on the draw. Miller pushing forward. He's dragged backward, but he did just get enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, the near side official, and they are moving the chains. He definitely got that 1st down. Not by a lot, but he got it. So 4th down conversion for the Cardinals.
Now this is the 20th matchup between Boone Central and Norfolk Catholic in the last 20 years, including playoffs. A win today for the Knights, up 30-0, would move that to 14 wins to 6 compared. Knights 14 wins and 6 for Boone Central. This pass is dropped. A sure touchdown in the hands of Cody Andreessen, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that was a touchdown. It looked like it hit his shoulder pad. If he catches that in stride, that's 6 points for the Cardinals.
Makes you think maybe you'll try it again. That's such a frustrating play for a guy like Andreessen, who's a very good wide receiver. Caught a touchdown pass a week ago against Cedar Catholic. He's got to have that one, and I think he knows it. Throws it outside, too high over the head of Jude Spann, brings up third down. Well, talking about more vintage Boone Central Norfolk Catholic games. So back to that 2004 state title. Norfolk scored with like 7 seconds left, but they won by 2 scores because Boone Central fumbled it on the kickoff, trying to do a couple of hook and laterals.
Yeah.
And Norfolk recovered it in the end zone. So they actually won by 2 scores. And you know who was on that game calling it in the booth? Well, our very own from UNL, Kevin Kugler, who calls Westwood One, Big Ten Network, NFL games. Throws this one outside. That catch is made. Hageman for the first down.
Yeah, I'm sure Kugler will be successful if he keeps trying.
I think he's already there.
Oh, you think?
I'd say so. Gain of 17 yards for Jacob Miller to Hagman. But another guy who was in the booth that day, can you guess it? Former player for the Huskers.
Okay. Boy, you got me stumped.
Looking to throw deep. Miller has Andreessen. It is incomplete, out of bounds. Here's a hint that'll give it away. Former player and former head coach.
Former head coach of Nebraska?
Yes.
Are you talking Devaney or are you talking Tom Osborne?
This is 2004. He coached pretty recently. Kind of got run out of the state.
Okay. That would be Mr. Frost?
Scott Frost and Kevin Kugler were on the call for Boone Central Norfolk Catholic 2004 in the state title. Miller over the middle, high again, incomplete. Had a chance at intercepting that pass, Will Brockus. Brings up third down.
Again, it's gonna sound bad. I don't remember the year, but I remember doing a game in Albion, and it was before they had their nice press box, and it was a game late in the year, and Eric and I were on top of the press box outside. There were so many people that wanted to be there at that game. We got stuck outside doing radio, and let's just say I nearly froze to death.
Handoff up the middle, Dozler, the bulldozer cuts in through for the first down. A gain of 15 yards.
A couple third and long conversions now for Boone Central, getting that offense going here late in the ball game.
Cardinals are just trying to crack the scoreboard and not take a goose egg back home to Albion. This will snap a 14-game win streak, and it's something that Coach Hudson talked about. He said this is not the same team as a year ago, losing so many guys, but he's loved the progression so far. I think you could say the same thing for Jeff Beller. 43 years of coaching, 39 at Norfolk Catholic.
Wow.
And he just loves being in Norfolk. Catch and run. Again, Dozler. He's been carrying the ball very well. Gain of 10 yards.
Yeah, like this drive. If you're Coach Hudson, you like the fact your team is staying in it, and they're executing. Now you've got some subs out there for Norfolk Catholic, but you like the fact that they're starting to put it together. Maybe this helps down the road. I think it certainly will. You just got to have something positive here as this game is ticking away.
Catch is actually made by Jaden Hegman. Now looking to throw on the right side. Miller being pressured, throws, lofted. It is caught. Touchdown. Boone Central's on the board. Cade Miller with the catch in the back of the end zone.
There we go. Miller again extends the play to his right and puts that ball up. And Caden Miller gets the touchdown catch there in the back of the end zone, wide open. And the Cardinals get on the scoreboard.
It's a 19-yard touchdown for Jacob Miller.
Miller to Miller, like a law firm.
Gonna set down the extra point here. And a flag is down on Boone Central. Will be a false start. Jacob Weeder is the kicker for Boone Central. Last week, Weeder had one attempt at a PAT. He missed it. But Jacob Weeder looking to bring in some momentum, the sophomore kicker for Boone Central with a PAT. Eight minutes, 10 seconds to play in the ball game to increase the lead to 23. The PAT, it gets in there from Jacob Weeder, and Norfolk Catholic leads at 32-7 as Boone Central able to find a touchdown from Jacob Miller to the other Miller, Caden Miller. News Channel Nebraska. We're coming up next with Norfolk Catholic football, 8:10 to play in the game.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Little squib kick that is taken by the Knights at the 20-yard line. And a nice gain up to the 31. So no onside kick try from Boone Central, down by 23 points. We'll just keep on trying to play some defensive football to see if the Cardinals can force another turnover, maybe put a little pressure on Norfolk Catholic. But it looks like a lot of the Knights are bringing in some subs to try to grab some early experience this early in the season.
Yeah, you get a lot of guys in. That's been a hallmark of programs like Norfolk Catholic, like Pierce, and certainly Boone Central as well. You get, some sizable wins. You get everybody in the ball game. Get a lot of guys that get reps, the game reps, well before they're expected to start, so they're ready to go when that time comes.
Hand off to the outside, nice carry from Brockus off of the quarterback handoff, freshman Clayton Rothram.
That Boone Central team with Missouri was 2014.
Was 2014, okay. I was 4 years off.
Yeah, Boone Central that year beat Ashland Greenwood and beat them handily, 54-14.
Was that the title game?
That was the championship game.
Last year under Arnie?
I believe so, yeah. And then 2012, Norfolk Catholic beat Boone Central in the championship game 24-13. So you look at the championship games, it's not unusual to find either of these teams either in the championship game or in the semifinals just about every year.
Right up the middle. 1 yard for Norfolk Catholic.
Ball carrier Caden Nutzman.
Brings up third down. Carried by Caden Nutzman. Got to be impressed with the way that Norfolk Catholic went down and took down Bishop Newman.
Yeah, you might see those teams play again before this year is over.
Pitching out to the near side. Brockhouse cuts inside of the 40. Brockhouse dragging in defenders and then pushed out of bounds late, and there's a flag. That'll be
another
15 more yards.
Yep. That'll put the ball in Boone Central territory.
An early gain of 8 yards for Brockhouse. First down, Norfolk Catholic leading by 23, and this is a very impressive way to open up at home.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you talked about that win a week ago over Bishop Neumann, which I think that could be, I mean, you could see those teams playing in Lincoln. I think both those teams are championship caliber teams, and then you play a rival like Boone Central. Despite them being very young, you know this is going to be a physical, very difficult game.
Cuts back inside. There's Flood, the carry, Blake Flood.
The sub's getting it done now, moving the football. You know, Norfolk Catholic, you talk about schedules. They play North Bend Central next week. But their last 3 games of the year are Oakland Craig, Battle Creek, and then at Hartington Cedar Catholic. That is a tough way to end the season.
It's very similar to how how Boone Central's opening up this season. Cedar Catholic, Norfolk Catholic, Battle Creek. I mean, they kind of flip-flop the beginning and end of their schedules.
Yeah.
Rotherham under center. The I formation again. This is Blake Flood dragging defenders, picks up the first down to the 30-yard line.
The chains just keep moving. Doesn't matter who's out there. And I think that's one of the reasons Norfolk Catholic, I just mentioned about a lot of guys playing, but it's not just about playing. I think you're expected to execute when you're out there. It's not just about getting time and letting your starters rest. At Norfolk Catholic, you're expected to play well when you get your chance on the field, no matter where you're at in the depth chart.
Fullback dive. Grabs a couple yards. For the Knights, that carry going to Mason Couts, gain of 2. Well, and if you're a team like Norfolk Catholic, who you mentioned this consistently reloads, they don't get complacent, at least hardly often, and especially lately under head coach Jeff Beller, they don't get complacent. They just win games. And when you have guys who continue to get carries like this, a burst of speed, Brockhouse across the 20 inside the 15-yard line, you've got guys who are ready. It's next man up.
Yeah.
And whatever their chance is to get on the field, they're going to get that chance, and they're going to take very good use of it.
I think the thing I've been most impressed with of Norfolk Catholic over the years is how guys, you see a guy like Will Brockhouse coming in there as a sophomore. These guys, the backups are all, they play confidently. There's no, shell shock when you're getting a chance to play varsity football. They seem like they all play with a lot of confidence.
Flood following his blockers, thrown down at the 13. Stick around for our top plays tonight, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference, and Currency. Make sure you check them out as well. 3:25 to play. 32-7. Knights will win their 28th straight game. Second down and 8. Deep back gets the carry. Plunging forward. A nice gain for Caden Nutzman. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. There, thanks to our coaches post-game show. We'll have our interview with winning head coach Jeff Beller. Third down and 3, 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Under center is Rotherham. Pitch out to Brockhouse, cuts inside. Brockhouse to the 5. His knees down right there, and it's first down for Norfolk Catholic. I think he just got it.
That second effort. That'll get you on the field. Now it's going to be tough for Brockhouse because there's a lot of guys in front of him. But, boy, Brockhouse is playing well.
Listen to this. Norfolk Catholic has had 3 different stretches of back-to-back undefeated seasons. 98-99, 10-11, and 22-23.
Wow.
If they win if they somehow make it back to the state title and win it again, this would be their second three-peat.
Amazing. What a run of success.
They've been to 3 straight state championships, just like that team, the teams from 09 to 2013. Here's the carry up the middle. Brockhouse reaches, touchdown. Knights put in another, and Will Brockhouse gets into the end zone and says good night to the Cardinals.
Yep. Watch this run, just a physical run. That offensive line getting in there, knocking people around, and Brockhouse just physically gets that ball into the end zone. Great effort by the young man. And 1:48 to go, and it's, I think the weight challenged lady is singing right now. I just want to be politically correct.
Oh, goodness. She's singing. Field goal attempt is no good. Love the attempt from Edwin Alarcon, Alarcon, excuse me.
Alarcon, yep. Well, what an impressive ball game. I mean, I think we both thought this would be a much tighter game. I think Norfolk Catholic just had a few more parts and pieces coming back from last year than Boone Central. So you figure they're probably the favorite, but I thought it'd be a 4-quarter game. So Norfolk Catholic very impressive. Boone Central a work in progress, but I think they've got a chance, certainly, to get back in the playoffs. This is, a team that shut out Cedar Catholic last week, so this isn't like a bad football team, just a young team that's going to get better as the season progresses.
Well, I think we'll really see just how good both of these teams are as this season progresses. Boone Central, they're going to take some hits, but I think, like you mentioned, Lou, they're going to get some guys the experience they need. I think this Cardinals team will be back in the postseason. Right now, Norfolk Catholic is the team to beat in Class C2. They've been that way for the past 2 years, and it looks like they're going to be that team again.
Yeah, that win over Bishop Neumann last week, I think, especially on the road, I think both those teams, as I've said earlier, that both those teams are championship caliber teams. So I think that does put Norfolk Catholic right now as the team to beat.
Arguably, that Bishop Neumann team was ranked second in the state, right behind Norfolk Catholic in a battle of 1-2 to kick off the year. So next time out, Norfolk Catholic will take on North Bend Central. That's a program that's been trying to really get off the ground.
Yep.
They'll also go to Arlington. They've had their struggles in recent years.
Yeah, they got a chance to pick up some wins, I think.
And make sure to stick around for our player of the game, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination, and USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all of their customers. We'll have our interviews with our player of the game coming up as soon as this one ends. And Boone Central just trying to find a little bit of success here to end some things in the game and get some guys some good experience before this thing wraps up.
And if you're around tomorrow night, Caitlin, we'll be in Bloomfield for the Bloomfield Tri-County Northeast game. A couple teams that are both good football teams that had tough opponents a week ago and looking to rebound from a loss.
Looking to run up the gut, trying to cut back inside. Nice move by Kate Hudson. Plays wide receiver and quarterback. Under 35 to play on the game clock.
Yeah, probably one more play and that'll do it.
Well, it's been a beautiful night. Second game of the year on Thursday Night Football. Miscommunication with the Knights defense. A lot of openings here on the outside. Hand this one off to the far sideline. Nice gain up forward to pick up the first down and out of bounds. Goes the ball carrier. It's Darren Dozler. Blake Flood with the tackle. And this clock will run out. Norfolk Catholic in the battle of defending state champions. The Knights come out on top, victorious 36-7 in dominating fashion. Right at home in front of this rowdy Knights crowd. Norfolk Catholic extends their win streak to 28. Back-to-back state champions, and they're looking for a third. Long way to go yet, but Norfolk Catholic is 2-0. 36-7, your final tonight from Norfolk, Nebraska. We'll have our player of the game interview along as with our coach, Jeff Beller, and our top plays. They're coming up next on NCN.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by the Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. You Say Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
Fields, farms, communities. That's Farmers Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers Pride.
Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, has several multi-specialty outreach physicians, including ear, nose, and throats, orthopedic surgery, urology, nephrology, general surgery, and pulmonology. Our physicians are all board certified. They have obtained the highest level of medical expertise in their field. Rated by our patients with a perfect 5 stars. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, offers so much care, so close to home. Located in the Fountain Point Medical Building, Norfolk.
New home on the horizon? Loan it to own it. Need a new car to keep you moving? Loan it to own it. Looking for a new adventure? Loan it to own it with Liberty First Credit Union. Liberty First Credit Union is there for every step of your journey. Anyone can join to receive low payments and fixed rates to help get you through every new milestone. When you're ready to own it, loan it through Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Let's get moving, Nebraska. Show us how you stay healthy and you could really make a difference. Capture these moments, whether it's a walk in the park, playing with your kids or pets, biking or swimming, or even cooking a healthy meal, and share them with us. Each week, one lucky winner will choose a school to receive a $500 donation from Medica. Join the fun and make a difference. Submit today at newschannelnebraska.com and your school could win $500. Stretch across Nebraska, presented by Medica with News Channel Nebraska.
When the game wraps up, or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Dominant victory for Norfolk Catholic. They get the win over the Boone Central Cardinals, 36-7. And down below, our very own Lou Siefker is standing by with our player of the game.
Well, they win a football game. Probably haven't heard that recently, right? No, they win seemingly all the time. They get a very impressive win here tonight against a pretty good Boone Central team. They win 36-7. I'm joined now by our player of the game, Callan Marshall. And Callan, your second start, and man, you had a good game. You had 176 yards and 3 touchdowns. What was working for you tonight?
Well, counters were working for us. The running game was working for us, and when we got the run game going, we can do play action and get them there, get them jumping.
Well, you have a heck of a group of receivers to throw. That certainly makes it easy that guys can go and make catches. We also have a good offensive line that protects you. How do you take care of those guys?
Well, I just tell them, good game, good job, keep blocking, do your assignments, talk out your assignments, and for the receivers, I just tell them go catch it no matter where it is. They touch it, they catch it.
Help them with their homework once in a while?
Yep, all the time.
that certainly helps. Now, you're the quarterback for Norfolk Catholic. That's not easy to do. Talk about the pressure of that position and how you've kind of settled in here in your junior year.
Well, getting in the game at halftime, a lot of games is really helpful. Years past, winning 26 games in a row. I mean, it's a lot of pressure, but Coach Beller, he really helped me through it, and yeah.
Now, you talked about the running game, and you guys were running the ball really well early. That really sets up your offense to so many things, really opens the playbook there for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Everything just goes to plan. Our assignments get blocked, and it's just good, yeah.
Well, you guys are coming off 2 straight state championships. Now you get a big win. You're 2-0 again. Is that kind of the expectation? Is it kind of Lincoln or bust this year?
Yeah, I mean, we got to win. We got to do what our jobs are. And, I mean, the plan is to win the state championship again and go 13-0.
Well, I think you certainly have a chance. You certainly look good tonight. You're off to a great start, 2-0. Callan, congratulations not only on the victory, but being our player of the game.
Thank you.
That's Callan Marshall, our player of the game, and we're looking for Coach Beller. Okay, let's go ahead and send it up to you for just a second. I'll get Coach Beller here in just a second.
Well, Coach Beller's a pretty popular guy, so not too surprising that everyone's searching for him. He wins his 408th game as head coach of Norfolk Catholic. He has just been everywhere, continues to win. His win percentage is up to 84%. It's the best of any coach all time in Nebraska, and he's got the most wins of any coach all time in Nebraska. So he is someone that is, the best coach in the history of Nebraska high school football. Back down to Lou Siefker and head coach Jeff Beller.
What'd you say your name was? I think it's Coach Beller. I think I know this guy. Coach, you started the ball game. It just seemed, first of all, with the running game, it seemed like 8-9 yards on first down. Boy, that sets you guys up for so many things offensively. What were you seeing out there, and how were you able to run the ball so well early against a pretty good defense?
Well, yeah, we wanted to try to establish a run. We kind of always do. We saw a couple things on tape that we liked and tried to attack those areas. But again, they're a good football team. There's just some work for us. Well, and as you said, if you get 8 or 9 on first down, make second down calls a lot easier. So kids ran hard. I think we blocked well. I think we played a very good football team and played well overall tonight.
Well, I don't know that I mean, you guys always have a lot of good running backs. You guys have a ton of good running backs here. We'll talk about Suckup in his performance tonight. Over 100 yards, had that long touchdown run, even had an interception on defense. Just, what do you like about that running back room and about Suckup's performance tonight?
Well, Trevin had a good game. You're right. He ran the ball really well, and we do like our running back room. We think we're kind of going to be a little more by committee this year, where we'll use Nathan Timmerman, we'll use Gage Yostin, we'll use Max Hammond. So we'll use all those guys and try to keep them fresh. So we may not have a guy at the end of the year that's a 1,000-yard guy, but hopefully as a team we can continue to run the ball and gain yards, and I think we did that tonight.
Well, defensively, really slowed down Boone Central's offense. I think at one point there, maybe early in the fourth quarter, they were 2 for 9 on third down, and a lot of those third downs were third and long. What were you guys doing defensively to keep those guys off balance?
Well, I think Coach Gasmeyer had a good plan, and we've got a good-sized defensive lineman, and then we have some linebackers that can run, and our most experienced back defensively is probably in our defensive backfield. Kelly was a starter last year, Suckup was, and Nathan Timmerman shared a lot of times with the guys in the defensive backfield. So those three guys have a lot of experience back, so they're pretty comfortable back there in terms of doing what we want to do.
Well, you guys get wins like this, and you get a lot of players in the game. I mean, that seems like you've done that year after year. How much does that help you down the road, maybe a year or two from now, when kids have had so many game reps, it's kind of not a big deal when they get in the game?
It's very big. I agree. We always try to use all of our guys if we think we're in charge of a game, and we were ahead 30, I think, to nothing. With maybe 8 minutes to go, and we just start getting a lot of bodies in. They play in a varsity game. They're excited about doing that, and I think it keeps them involved in our program. So that's always big for us.
28 in a row now, Coach. Are you going to keep this thing going?
I don't know. We're going to try to get ready for one at a time. The really important one is next Thursday. We play North Bend Central, so we'll try to watch them, see what they do, and get ourselves ready.
Coach, congratulations on a big win, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate what you guys do.
Absolutely. That's head coach Jeff Beller. Caitlin, let's send it up to you.
Well, thanks, Lou. Jeff Beller with his 408th win. And time to check out our top plays tonight, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, check out Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. And Currency, if you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, check out Currency. They are here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Beautiful sunset on a fall evening in northeast Nebraska. The rivalry continues with Boone Central and Norfolk Catholic, the 20th game between the two in the past 20 years. Here's the first score of the game for Norfolk Catholic. Rolling out, it's Callan Marshall finds his first to Braden Boyle, mossing the defender. Knights lead it 7-0. Now rolling out again, Marshall, fade pattern on the corner route, finds it to Max Hammond. He grabs the touchdown pass, and the Knights with the extra point. It gets blocked. They lead at 13-0. Now Max Hammond, also the kicker today, boots through a 30-yard field goal. Norfolk Catholic leads it 16-0 at halftime. Third quarter, here comes Trevin Suckup down the sideline, zigging and zagging back inside for a 64-yard touchdown. Norfolk Catholic increases the lead 22-23. Now looking to throw. Jacob Miller for Boone Central gets in there. Aiden Core on a delayed blitz. Brings down the quarterback Miller. Miller looking to throw again. Boone Central in trouble. Intercepted. Trevin Suckup finds the pick. Trying to take it back down. He had the touchdown earlier in the quarter. Finds the interception to keep the ball going for Norfolk Catholic. However, Gage Yostin gets that ball stripped. A very big hit from the linebacker Dozler. Knocks it free and gives Boone Central a little bit of life. Still down 23-0, but not able to convert. Here's Marshall, throws to the outside. Look at this move. Nathan Timmerman, touchdown. Timmerman, he's able to take it 49 yards for the score. Had 3 touchdowns last week, throwing, catching, and running. And now he has a receiving touchdown today, 32-0, Norfolk Catholic. However, looking to throw, Miller throws while being pressured, finds it to his wide receiver, cutting to the outside. It is Caden Miller, touchdown, Boone Central, and one more score today. Diving across the goal line, that is number 1, Will Brockhouse, getting some carries there in the late stages, and the touchdown. PAT was no good. 36-7 final score tonight from Norfolk, Nebraska. Norfolk Catholic looks dominant. They've won 2 straight state championships in Class C2. They've won 28 straight games. Will anything stop the Knights? We'll find out this season on News Channel Nebraska. Thanks for joining all of us today from Norfolk. For Lou Siefker, for all of our crew in the truck, thanks to everyone who is helping out. Connor for running the show. Lance for always doing a great job with our replays and cameras and all of our camera crew. Kevin with the interview camera. My name is Kalen Debin. Thanks for joining us tonight on NCN.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.